my next question has to do with the fact that they tried to change their look.
Yes.
Cutting his hair out, cutting his facial hairs off, and then her taking her braids out.
Yes. And that soft curly look they gave her, they changed them.
But they didn't really, because everybody still knew who they were. Everybody recognized them.
I wonder if it was like they almost became more palatable with those different looks, or was it just if you're on the lam, you've got to change your look? Well, if you're on the run,
the effort. Well, you need to change your look if you're on the lam for sure. Even if it's buying a fake mustache.
Right.
But as far as everybody recognizing, that had to be a part of the story, because the nation, if you will, they were getting either infuriated or inspired by knowing of them.
That's right.
The black community naturally would be able to have a clearer view of who they would be in a crowd than white people. White people are looking for a particular set of people. Black people are just recognizing their folks.
Very interesting point. A great question. I love it.
And the fact that they got...
Look at the deer.
Where?
A baby deer running.
Where? Oh my God. A little fawn.
Yeah, just right between the houses.
Guys, I missed it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Brent. Let's get back to your question.
Okay. Well, I was going to make a statement, but then I realized that there were a couple of white folks that tried to help them as well.
Yes.
Because I was going to say everybody else that gave a lending hand were blacks.
Right.
And I guess the white guy was only because of his allegiance to her uncle.
Yes.
Because they served in the military together.
Right.
But I think that that's extrapolated more still. I mean, it basically says, and it is true, that of everybody in all of the races on this planet, everybody isn't an asshole.
True.
And you just had two white people who weren't assholes. That was made a part of this show, but you have to extend that to say that they could not possibly be the only white people that would be helping them. It's just showing in the show that this does happen.
Yeah.
Naturally, they would encounter more black people on any kind of run like that.
Yes.
So the show kind of went to scale for the period of time they had to tell the story.
Okay.
More black people.
Less what?
And there are more white people, but you can't show them all.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, basically, as it related to Harriet Tubman and escaping slavery, and that concept is recognized because they're escaping from a false accusation, which basically puts them in a state of slavery. So it just gets you more pissed as the time
as it goes on. And I agree with you on that one. And what saves you from feeling pissed throughout and feeling weighted, heavily weighted, is the love story.
No,
the love story to me. The love story helped me.
More so it's that I have a mom and dad.
Okay.
And you know, these stories being true. Mom and dad, they've always been able to identify with what, and I saw how they lived through it.
Yes.
And whether it's a story on screen or real life, it still comes out to the same, because you still get pissed off enough to either kill somebody or try to turn a whole neighborhood of assholes.
Like the little boy in the street when he pulls the gun on the police officer trying to get him out of the street, and then he pulls the gun and kills the officer.
But that was just blind ignorance to me. I mean, you're gonna have that kind of thing in. He had the energy, he had the intensity, he had the frame of mind. He just didn't have any forethought. And the one thing about weapons, regardless of how big or small it is, even if, even as they say, if you're going to pull your weapon, don't just threaten to use it.
You better
be prepared to use it.
That's right. That's what I've heard.
At the same time, just because you pull your weapon and have it aimed doesn't mean your finger needs to be on the trigger. At the same time, if your finger needs to be on the trigger, you need to know that you are a cool individual that's not going to squeeze until absolutely needed. Most people are jerky. And when you put jerky people's fingers on triggers, things go bang when they're not intended to.
But that was a child, and he had no business with a gun in the first place.
Oh, that's not, I wouldn't argue that at all.
Yeah.
But the situation, as the movie goes, fueled him to want to do it. He said it to them when he was walking with them. Yeah. I want to be like you. Oh. You guys are very cool. He definitely appreciated, I think he appreciated what they stood for more than just wanting to be on the run.
Yes.
He was pissed off at the situation.
Yes.
And he wanted to see change now.
Right.
And as a young person with not a whole lot of thinking going on yet,
that's where it led
you can
to.
Definitely jump right in the fire.
And there was another white person that helped them, the gas station attendant.
Gave them gas. That's right.
That's right.
Sure did. Oh, and the sheriff who got put in the trunk was, we don't know, but
as the story goes, one could assume that he said nothing.
Okay. But we don't know. That is true.
And he didn't die because, again, if he died, they would have had an APB out on his truck.
But he didn't know when he started to help them who they were. He didn't know anything about that until he got that call over his radio.
Right, that's true. But the fact
everybody else knew.
Right.
But the fact that he knew in the end, and he also realized that they didn't hurt him.
Right.
They didn't try to kill him.
No.
They didn't try to threaten him. He, I think, as far as how the story, again, it's a matter of you don't have a lot of time to tell the whole story, but again, if you wanted to say what could be realistic about that, an APB would have been out on the truck.
Right.
Their casual drive across country, keeping that truck a number of days.
Yes.
Even if you cross states, especially if you cross
state lines.
Because now it's a federal thing and your stuff is all over the country. And every podunk little sheriff department got your picture. So that said, that truck was never hunted. So I'd say that officer didn't say anything.
But then the headlines...
It was destroyed too, though.
But before it was destroyed, there was no hunt for it. That's the point. When it was destroyed, it wasn't because it was hunted down. It happened to be in that scenario when the drop happened.
Right.
So, again, that truck would show that that officer didn't say anything. He didn't report his truck stolen in order to get a stronger group of look-sees going on in that immediate area, which could have netted them real fast.
What did you think about the love story? Do you think that was...
If you spend enough time with anybody...
Yes.
And you're the only person that...
you're in this with them, or something crucial has happened to you, you can fall in love. You can learn to love them.
And you don't have choice. It's not like, well, let's say, 10 of us are on the run and 5 are women, 5 are guys, so we can always flip. No. It's just me and her, and well, if we survive long enough, it's like being on a deserted island.
You learn to love.
Things are gonna happen. You're gonna have 20 million kids.
What do you think, Brent? I love it.
I have no comment.
I love the love story in which she said, "Can I be your legacy?" And that was the last thing she said.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was cool. And then she would drop. And she dropped elegantly and gracefully.
No, the one statement that I thought was very profound.
Yes.
Is when they were at her uncle's house.
Yes.
And the woman that was taking her braids off talked about him being out in society and being nothing but shit, or not worth shit out there.
Yes.
So when he was there at home,
he was the man.
He was treated like a king.
Wow.
That was his kingdom.
Yes.
Yeah. Much of that probably helped spousal assaults too. Because, you know, when you have such a large degree of turnaround from disrespect to absolute respect,
yes,
that absolute respect can get people killed, because it's a whole lot of disrespect time that needs to be made up in the time of getting respect. So whoever is giving you're getting that respect from, you might end up inadvertently trying to beat additional respect that the previous scenario did not give you.
Right.
So now the person that potentially loves you is in danger because you're wanting more from that person than they are wanting or willing or
give.
Perhaps should give. Because, you know, let's face it, it's good to be a king, but kings are definitely a bad situation because they are absolute.
That's right.
I don't like anybody that can say, off with his head, and everybody's cool.
Huh?
That's the deer.
Okay. Oh my God, thank you.
Coming over to the car.
Hi. What a way to end the vlog.
Hello.
Hi, baby.
Came over to
Are you guys going to bring some presents this year?
You don't need to. You're a gift. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, Bryn, thank you. Oh my gosh. That is a beautiful ending. Wait a minute, hell, I got to go over there.
Is he locked in here?
No, he's not. He's just walking around. He likes
No, I think he can't get out back there.
Wait.
So he doesn't know how to leave.
There is a fence all the way around her place.
Because he went that way and then he came around that way.
Oh.
He doesn't know.
So he
how
needs to walk
out.
down the block.
He needs to,
Okay.
He probably needs to come back out this way.
And come back.
The woods up in there.
Oh no. He got lost from his mom.
Figure it out before daylight.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is not his first rodeo.
God bless you, baby.
He's just out here checking things out while mom didn't know he's out the house.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Because he's been over there trying to get out.
I think he was probably coming this way until he saw us.
Yo, Rudolph.
Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. We're not going to bother you. Come on, baby.
Oh my God.
I'm just walking around the house.
Go down the street.
Come on out. There you go. That's right. Come on out.
Wow. No. I gotta check these lights out. They up every year.
Yeah, come on out. That's the way to go out. That's the way to go
Good
out.
job.
Turn your lights off and see if you
Turn them off.
Good point, Bryn. I think I got it.
There he goes.
The lights were like too bright.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
Bye.
No, he's like saying, let me wait for a car to come first. Yeah, this is too quiet. I need a car.
Go on across the street.
Go find Mama.
They're not back there. Don't go back that way.
Man, would you go home?
Don't know which way to go.
Where's Mom anyway?
Bad Mom.
She needs to.
There is back there.
Yep.
Oh no, don't go back the wrong way.
No, not that way.
Don't you realize you couldn't get out over there?
No.
So these are your people's house, right?
Yes.
So maybe they know of him. Maybe he's a regular.
I doubt she does. She's too scary. Is she? Somebody. Oh my gosh.
He likes that backyard.
Oh my gosh. How beautiful. I'm trying to get out. I'm